911. Hello?
No.
911, can I help you? What's the address? Hello?
It's December the 23rd of 2015. The Connecticut State Police respond to a 911 call from the Dabate residence, home to Richard, Connie, and their 2 children. The panic alarm has been triggered by Richard's keychain, and when the police arrive, they find him tied up to a chair in the kitchen. His wife, Connie, is found in the basement. She has passed away due to sustaining 2 gunshot wounds. Before being rushed away to the hospital for medical treatment, Richard briefly tells first responders about a tall masked man who was inside their home. The police will eventually interview him about the traumatic events surrounding the ordeal at his residence. But for now, they walk through and document the crime scene.
There are 2 access windows in the foundation of the basement, located on the east side. One is intact on the northeast side. Southeast side is not intact. The area on the window appears to still have lots of dust and dirt. No obvious signs of any footprints in the soil around it. The basement area. Showing the 2 windows accessing the outside of the residence, with the one located most to the south being broken open or pushed in. Window glass with the grommets that hold it in place, located directly below the window. No damage to the glass.
So the detectives find it quite suspicious, and so do I, that this glass fell 10 feet without breaking, and the dust is still on the windowsill and everything like that, all the way around the windowsill. Like a grown man could slide in there without touching any dust. Crazy how that works. So they decide to conduct an experiment. They have one good window down in the basement, same style, the frame, the glass is still intact. So they perform an experiment to see if this is possible.
I don't know if you saw it or not.
Hang on. Are you rolling?
Yep, I'm rolling.
Oh, you found a snake. You see that?
We just put up the best.
No, we should probably back up in case the glass.
Video's on?
Yep.
Your eye protection?
Yep.
Am I giving him a thumbs up?
Yep.
Good to go.
Huh.
Frame won't go.
That's how strong those frames are.
Frame will not come out. Frame will not come out, detective. Oh, frame came out.
Glass not intact, on it.
Glass not intact.
That's just from pushing on it. That's not even from kicking it or prying it.
So while these detectives are at the home and they're combing through evidence, looking at some suspicious things, there are other detectives at the hospital speaking with Richard Dabate.
I left for work. Something around 10 after 8. I was to fix up the kids. Forgot my laptop. And turned around. I also noticed my wife and I we had some vandalism at our house not that long ago. Month and a half, maybe 2 months. Freaked us out a little bit. So we ended up getting a home security system and some other stuff. But anyway, we don't use it consistently. I saw some alerts coming through on my phone. We've been trying to look at it more lately. And so I figured I'd check it out. Regardless, I needed my laptop. Shot an email to my boss saying that I'll be late. Kind of told her I needed to check out some things on my security system. I think I left out the fact that I forgot my laptop because I'm an IT guy and I didn't really want to hear that shit. Got in. Heard something upstairs, but I have 2 cats and they're constantly knocking, so I didn't think too much of it. I just cleaned up cat crap the other day, so I just figured it was that. So I go upstairs, and there's a guy in the house. Manhandled me. He's big. I say he's big, but I'm a smaller guy. Other gentleman that asked questions, I think he's 6'2", maybe. Like, he was trying to feed me to try to ask that's all he was. He was wide, just like big, like a stocky, covered in yellow. It was a darker green camouflage thing. I'm not into hunting or anything like that, so I don't know all the term. It all looked like one jumpsuit or something. The mask looked like it was somehow part of it. I didn't see eyes or anything. I just heard this deep, Vin Diesel-like voice. Asked me for my money, asked me for my wallet, and asked me for my PIN numbers. Said, if you don't give them to me, I'm going to wait here until the kids come off. And I'm going to... Said something about my kids. I can't even remember exactly what, but it was threatening. He was throwing me around. I gave him my wallet. I had my work clothes on me, so it happened to be on me. I gave him my PIN numbers. And then I heard my wife come in. And she took the day off. She went over to the Y in Ellington. She was going to work out or something, or jog. I don't know. So I yelled to her to get out of the house. And then he was yelling at me. He was pushing me down the stairs. My wife didn't run. She must have ran into the basement because we have 2 guns in the house. One was in the basement in a lockbox and one's in our closet. She ran downstairs. She must have unlocked it because the key's right above the surfboard thing that's in there. We're all new. We're new to this home protection stuff. Down vandalism thing freaked us out. We called the state, the local state trooper about those. So we were going to start doing training classes and all that. Anyway, she grabbed it. She must have grabbed it. I was running down with this guy tripped halfway down the stairs. He must have ran in front of me and I followed. Around the corner, I just hear like the loudest bang, and I saw my wife go. I think I saw her laying on the ground. I don't know. I didn't hear her at all after that. He pointed a gun at me. We wrestled a little bit. I went over to see my wife, so I turned. I heard the gun go off again. I'm assuming it was for me, but not. I think he threw the gun down or held it or kept it. I don't know. Then he started really like some kind of thing around my neck. I just get, and then my wrist and my neck, like I'm looking for a pressure point, something, but I couldn't get away from him. I had a lot of my tools in the other side. The things have been really messy in our house, so like I had a blowtorch there, I had a bag of just random tools. He must have grabbed that, because that was my blowtorch that he was trying to burn me with. He started tying me up in a chair. Put something around my neck. Tried to slowly, just enough where I couldn't, like, swallow very well. And then just randomly kept poking me with I think it was box cutters, I think. He just kept poking me at it. But I couldn't hear him. I've never been that close to a gun firing off without ear protection. I couldn't hear. Everything was ringing. I couldn't see mouth. I couldn't see through a mask. He started burning my clothes, started putting stuff in a box, and started burning it like he wanted a fire. I had one hand free, and I was able to. He had the blowtorch on the. I think on the setting where it just you don't have to keep your thumb on it. So with the free hand I had, I was able to. That's all I could do was just try to burn him back. And I did. I believe I burned his mask a little bit. He dropped the torch. His hands went to his face, and he ran out the door. I think. I was starting to scream for help. I screamed for help. You know, I couldn't hear a soul. I got really, really dizzy. I don't know if I passed out. I crawled upstairs. I saw my keys in the counter. There's a panic setting for the security system. I tried doing that, but I don't know if it did anything. So I waited, and then I crawled to the stove because I thought that's where my phone was. Just gonna make a coffee. I grabbed the phone, tried to dial 911. My hand was bloody. I think I failed the first time, and then the second time I called 911. I don't remember talking to them. And then the next thing I remember, the gentleman's coming in asking me if someone's home. I couldn't speak. I was woozy or something. He saw what had happened, then walked outside to call, and here I am.
All right. What time did you leave the house again?
Probably 8:30. The kids get picked up at about 10 after 8, 20 after 8. I went back to the house to put a shirt on because I was half dressed.
Okay.
When I left, I didn't get too far. Said bye to the wife.
What time did your wife leave for the Y?
I don't know. I know she told me she was going to the Y.
Okay.
So I just left. He was looking for a spinning shoot or something like that. And
Where do you work?
I work in Bloomfield, Doncaster. They're an assisted living facility. I'm their IT guy.
Doncaster?
DUNCASTER.
As an assistant, you said it was a what facility?
Like an assisted living facility, elderly retirement home.
That's in Bloomfield?
Yes.
How long does it typically take you to get to work?
40 minutes. Depending on the traffic on 91.
Then move ahead of. Then you forgot your laptop. So, how long into your drive did you realize that you forgot or when did you realize you forgot your laptop?
Not too far. Not that far at all. Reeves Road, I think it is.
Reeves Road?
Reeves is down by East Windsor. I pulled over, looked in the back, realized I forgot it. Pulled over the side of the road to shoot an email to my boss. Then I took an extra couple seconds to respond to some emails just because I kind of have to when I turned around. So I probably got 5-10 minutes. Didn't get far.
So 5 to 10 minutes?
Maybe.
Okay. And then you gave me an email and you responded. How long were you sitting at that spot?
5 minutes, maybe.
20 minutes?
Maybe just 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. Do you use your phone to send those?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and your wife was home when you left to go to work.
She was home when I left. Well, she was kind of hopping in her car. I saw her backing out to go to the Y. I told her she should have called first, because I think they don't have the same schedule as she likes to go to these classes. So I don't even know if she did anything. She just
How far is the Y from the...
about 8 minutes, maybe.
And that's when you left at 8:30, your wife was backing out?
8:20, somewhere around
8:20.
there. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. My stuff's in your way, just let me know. No. Thank you. I'm not too familiar with the area. As far as where you live, you're in Ellington, right?
Yes.
You said you pulled over in East Windsor or South Windsor?
East, sorry.
East.
On our road, take a left up Jobs, and you're almost into Summers.
Okay.
Take your first left, and then there's like this downhill. There's like an apple orchard there. And
Right. So this is the way you went?
this is the way I usually go through East Windsor to get to 91.
All right. So you leave your road, you take a left
For the,
at the top of that hill?
yeah, the top of the hill, I take a left.
Okay. What's the name of that road? That's Job's Hill?
Jobs Hill.
All right.
And then I didn't get too far after that, just
Okay.
right where there's like a downhill.
On Job's Hill?
On whatever, I thought it's called Reeves Road, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Reeves?
Reeves.
Like Christopher Reeves?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I could be at a side road, but I always remember it because of just that.
So Reeves is off of Jobs.
Reeves or this other road is up in Jobs.
Okay.
I just found a spot that was safe to pull over and check my email for a little bit.
Which one would have you... I assume you used Doncaster to let them
I
know?
believe my work email was set up as default on my phone.
Okay. All right.
So I think I sent an email to my boss, Betty Anderson.
What's the name?
Betty Anderson. I told her, I forgot the wording, just told her I saw some funky alerts come through on my phone regarding my security system. We're not used to using it. So,
What's the security system that you have?
Live Watch.
Live Watch?
Yep, Live Watch.
Does it record?
Not yet.
How do you get notifications?
You can configure it to do text or emails.
And how did you get?
Both with this phone.
How did you get notified that there was something?
Through email.
Email?
Email and text. I think I noticed it on an email.
Is that the phone or is it?
Looks like that.
To be honest, I get them all the time, and I didn't think anything much of that. I really needed to get my laptop, but I think that's all I lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me shit about it.
So you didn't see him this morning. That was your excuse to go back get your laptop.
I did see the notifications. Yeah,
okay.
Those did come through, and I was curious because
But not dire curious.
I thought my wife was home.
Okay.
You know, it didn't. Yeah,
You thought your wife was home?
yeah, I thought she left. That's why I was kind of curious. But I needed my
Laptop.
yeah. So I keep calling the support people asking about, well, did the cats set this thing
Yeah.
off?
How does it? What usually gives the notification?
No. I mean, we jumped on this a few months ago. It's just one of those things that we just haven't made the effort to figure out how to work it the best.
Okay. Will it give you a area of is it camera or is it a sensor per door? How does it?
There's sensors, there's motion sensors, and there's per door sensors. No live DVR stuff yet, but I think that's going to be happening next.
Motion and door sensors. Okay. Did it say what one was going off in your email or?
Probably did. I just didn't pay too much attention to like what location and just getting alerts. It sends me a reminder at 10 a.m. to set the alarm. I used it about a month ago, and my mother-in-law sometimes comes in the house and drop food off, and she let it off without telling us, and I both the trooper and came by. So we need a little bit more time to let people know and point that out. A couple months ago, when we had vandalism, I went out and bought some game cameras and put them on the trees. Fortunately, a few months went by, and I took them down because the batteries were dead, and I never put them back up. I was testing those out as well to see how they worked.
I mean, you had a couple of those up around the area.
I had one in the front. Now, coming up the driveway, there's a tree on the side, focusing on the garage door, and I had one on a tree way in the front yard, focusing on the front of the house. Because my wife. So one morning, I came out. We're all getting ready for the day. I hear a loud whoosh, and I get out of the car, and somebody's stuff. Rags or something in her tailpipe. So we took the kids to the front, came back, and called the local for Bernie. He looked around, made some notes. And the following week, my window was smashed in my own, at the house. It's the same thing. We called the cop, the local trooper, and that's when we got the game cameras and started thinking a little bit more about what we need to be doing. Something fucking bumsy.
You said the battery were dead on those.
I was going out every couple of days to see what it records, to see how much space it'll use, and then the last couple of times the batteries were dead. So I brought them inside to replace, and then we had a Halloween party, and I moved them around, and I just forgot to put them back up.
And you took those down around Halloween?
Probably a little bit before Halloween. I put them on my workbench, and then in the process of cleaning, I think I just put them away, and I didn't think to put them back up.
I guess a little bit before around Halloween.
I'm sorry. Our Halloween party is, we do this thing that's like the week after. So it would have been the Saturday after Halloween, like an adult. I have no kids.
What time do the children get on the bus?
Well, it's 10 after 8.
So then you went back inside after that.
You went back and
got dressed?
Yeah, I just needed to put I had an undershirt on. I just had to put like something else on, like a golf shirt or something.
Okay.
Then I went on my way and realized.
I just wanted to check that. We need to check that one. That was all set. Okay, thank you.
When you got back, you said you stopped there for 5 minutes or so, sent emails, checked your emails, and then you drove back to your house?
Yes.
What kind of car you got?
I've got a Nissan
Yep.
Altima 2012 black.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to know the plate on it, would you?
DABA.
Well, that's easy enough.
It's an old plate from my grandfather.
And what kind of car does your wife drive?
She drives a Volkswagen Jetta. White. And her plates, I don't remember. XZ something. I don't. There's a Z in there.
Do you know what year hers is?
It's a TDI. I'm sure it's a TDI.
Okay.
It might be 2012.
That's easy enough for us to figure
Yeah,
out.
I'm not sure.
Is there a garage at your house?
Yes.
Do you guys usually park in the garage or outside, or how does that work?
My side is filthy, so lately now, first side she can get her car in.
Okay.
And her car's been in the garage
All right.
lately.
When you saw her back out of the driveway today, you said it was about 8:20. She was parked in the garage, or was she parked outside?
Garage.
Garage. And when you got back to the house, any idea what time you got back to the house? So you left at 8:20, 5 minutes doing emails, the drive.
I'm not sure. I really lost the loop. I would have to assume 9, somewhere around 9.
All right.
Wait, no, I didn't get, no. I would have got back. It's a long quarter of 9. I wasn't paying attention to time. I'm so sorry.
No problem. Say 8:45 to 9?
Yeah,
Okay. And was your wife's car out in the driveway, or?
no,
Okay, didn't see it.
no. I knew she was coming home because she, when she comes up the driveway, she presses the garage door opener even though it was already open. So I heard the door open and then I heard it close back. She didn't realize I was home.
Okay.
So she comes up, probably must have pressed the button, realized it was open already, so then she pressed it again. I'm assuming that's how I knew she was coming home.
All right. And where were you when you heard the garage door open?
Bedroom?
No, I haven't been in your house or anything. Is it the first floor, second floor?
Second floor.
Okay.
And you said the garage, she normally parks inside. I missed the part about the garage being dirty.
Oh, I don't park. I haven't parked in the garage in a long time because it's just kid stuff. You know,
Okay.
Just it's a garage. It's crap in there.
Okay, so you heard the garage door open even... You said you heard the garage door open.
I was upstairs. Oh, we have a two-bay garage. I heard the garage door open in the bedroom while I was in the bedroom. And then I heard it click and go back, so I realized that was her. Because this dude was with me trying to get all that money and whatever.
And you park outside.
I parked outside next to my truck.
Which door did you go in when you got home? Fine. Well,
I walk in through the garage door. I have one of those on the dash, those things that you can program it for the doors.
yep.
The one on my side stopped working. One of the other reasons why I'm going in there, so I opened the other one to go inside the house.
Did you notice anything strange about the house when you first entered it?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. Well, I walked in.
And you had left the door open when you went in? The garage door?
I left it open. I walked in, put my phone down. We have a Keurig next to the stove. Put my phone down next to that. Turned the Keurig down because I had a coffee while I was there. Forget a coffee. And then I heard something upstairs. I heard something fall and somebody break something again. But then I went upstairs and something happened.
Okay. Now, how many bedrooms are upstairs?
4.
All right. And which one? I assume yours is the master bedroom, right? Is that where you leave your laptop?
No, I left my laptop. I didn't get that far. I either left it in the kitchen, or it was in the. They have a downstairs desk.
Mm-hmm.
Or a laptop. It's actually, I don't know if it's actually like a tablet, like a, I don't know if it matters. A Windows Surface Pro. I call it a laptop because it's easier. It was either on the desk, that's where I was last working, or it was in the kitchen. I never got far enough to actually grab my laptop.
So you heard the noise and that kind of distracted you?
Yeah.
All right. So when you go upstairs, where do you go first of the 4 bedrooms?
I go right into the bedroom.
Right. Yours is the master.
What? But hold on. I can't remember if I saw the kids left the light on in the room above the garage. I can't remember if I walked over there and turned it off or not. I don't know why I can't remember that. I either did that before I left for work or when I got back. I don't know.
That room above the garage, is it accessible from the second floor of your place?
I'm sorry, what?
That room above the garage with this light on, is that accessible from the second floor?
Yes.
Okay.
They go in there and, video games and stuff like that.
And then where do you first meet the guy?
Closet. I go to open it. When you first walk into our bedroom, there's a walk-in closet right in front of me. I saw that light was on too, and I opened up, and there's this camouflage dude.
In your closet?
Yes. Just looking around, trying to find something. I don't know. Something of value. And he grabbed me.
Did you watch him for a little while?
No, I opened the door pretty quick. This is where it all just gets so... I never had anything like this happen to me. I just...
Take your time. We're just trying to understand.
I understand. He had a knife on him. Not a box cutter laid downstairs. This was something... 3 inches, something that you would pull out of a leather sleeve. Something, I don't know. You said you're going to give me what I want. I'm going to sit here quietly and wait for your family to get home. Okay?
Do you remember what the knife looked like specifically?
It looked like had a curve on it with like some jags on the bottom. I don't know. It's just it was curved. Looked clean on top with some kind of jaggy thing in the bottom, and that's all I guess. It didn't look huge.
Like a silver blade, black blade, or
Silver.
Silver.
Could you see the handle at all?
Maybe it was black, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
And then you remember what hand it was in? If he was left or right-handed?
I'm not sure about that. But what I do remember in the basement, he was holding a blowtorch with his right hand, because I remember grabbing it from him when we were reaching to his right hand.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means he's right.
All right, if you don't remember with a knife, yeah.
I was just...
And the knife blade you said was about what? You said 3?
Maybe 5 inches. I'm just using my hand as a gauge.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't longer than my hand.
The blade?
The blade.
Did he already have it in his hand when you went in the closet, or?
No. He saw me and quickly pulled it out of something. When I opened the door, he had his hands like we have these little shelves. My wife has like costumes, or she doesn't have anything like very valuable. Kind of assuming if that's what he's looking for, he'd do that.
You said he was dressed in like a one-piece camouflage thingy?
I have to call it a one piece. It all was the same.
In dark green?
Dark green. Camo.
What would the mask look like?
The mask is the same color. But I keep saying it looks like it was all built in. I don't know. Like it was the same color. He did not have glasses on, but I couldn't see his eyes. So there was something... I have no idea what that was. Some kind of... I don't know. I don't know if he had a mask underneath the mask. It was really weird. There's
Anything covering his mouth at all?
all of it. I didn't see his skin color or anything like that.
Please pick up on
So for sports,
3023 for Thomas. Dr. Robinson 3023 for trauma regarding red line.
You said about, what, 6'2"?
I would have to guess 6'2", but maybe when I stand up, I might be able to gauge that a little better.
And you said
He was just
deep voice, about 6'2".
he's really just solid, like it was no problem for him to push me in wherever I needed to go. He handled the hell out of me.
And then when you heard the garage door open, when you were upstairs,
Heard the garage door opener. I think he said something wise like, "Is that your wife?" Something, "Oh, this is going to be fun," or
And prior to that, you said something about your wallet. And
that exchange all happened in my closet because I had my wallet in my bag. I had work clothes on, so I had my wallet on me.
okay.
When I opened the door,
Dr. Robinson 3003 for trauma. Dr. Robinson 3003 for trauma.
so give me your money. I don't have any money on me. So give me your wallet. I gave him my wallet. He stuffed it in some kind of pocket or something. Asked me for PIN numbers, and unfortunately they're incredibly easy. So I told him the PIN numbers. I don't know if you wrote them down. Probably remember them.
You didn't see him write them down?
Didn't see him write it to me.
how much, do you remember what you had in your wallet?
I'm pretty sure I didn't have anything in my wallet.
Do you have any credit cards?
A ton of credit cards.
How about money?
No money. I don't think there was any money. If there was, it would have been like $3.
So after he takes your wallet, what happens? Like, how long are you guys up there before your wife comes home?
Felt like a minute.
Okay.
Kind of said, "You're gonna wait." She comes in, and I heard her come in, and then somebody yelled, "Run!" I didn't want her to come in. If he was gonna kill me, fine. She didn't run.
Was he still in the closet with you, or?
Said something like, "Oh no, you don't." And he was kind of manhandling me in the direction he wanted me to go. He got in front of me, ran downstairs. I ran after. I'm pretty sure I tripped. We have upstairs are like an L, so you walk down a little bit, and then you have to turn and walk down. I think I fell down the second part. The basement door is loud, so clearly my wife went down there. It was open and it was still moving, so he followed her. In the time it took me to get up, I stumbled downstairs to find him and them. They were in the backside of the basement.
Okay, so he gets ahead of you,
Yes,
and you, I assume, follow him?
I followed.
Okay. And then where is this basement door? Is it in your kitchen, or is it?
It's kind of in the kitchen. There's a hallway. It's kind of right around the corner from the kitchen.
Okay.
I would say in the middle from the kitchen and from the stairs to go upstairs.
Okay. And did you see him go down that?
No, just saw the door moving and a lot of. I heard running fast speed. No, it's not a finished basement, so you could hear the.
Please have an available PCA
wood floor.
31 for an occasion.
And did your wife say anything?
PCA for 31.
I think she was yelling, "I have a gun, get out of the house." I got to a point where I couldn't hear her well. When I felt, I don't know. But when I caught up, we have a locked gun in the basement. She must have grabbed it.
And she knows where it is?
She knows where it is.
Okay. And where do you keep the keys to it?
For that one, there's the surfboard above. The basement's kind of separated. There's a wall where I used to burn wood. I haven't done it in a while, so I would leave the wood on one side and then all our other stuff on the other. So all this happened on the wood side. So there's a lockbox there, and right above it is a my wife's old windsurfer thing. So the key was on the bottom of that, up top. It's hanging from the ceiling.
The key is, or the windsurf thing is?
Both. Right. The windsurf was hanging, and the key was on the bow of it. You'd have to kind of get on your tippy toes and grab it.
Okay. So take us back to the basement. You could hear the basement. You could hear footsteps. You said commotion.
I could hear him running down into the basement because that's what we heard up in my bedroom. With my wife going into the basement as well. So I knew he was following her. So I went after him. Followed him through the basement into the back side of the basement. The hatchway is.
The wood side or the non-wood side?
I would call it the wood side. It's not really wood lately.
Yeah.
But just there's a hatchway there.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I see him struggling with my wife. And as soon as I approach, I hear her bang. And I couldn't hear anything after that for like.
What did you see?
Minutes. I think he pointed at my head. I don't know. It was so.
Were the lights on? Did you ask?
No.
Okay.
The lights were off.
How dark is the basement down there?
The wood side of the basement has full chains.
Mm-hmm.
The other side doesn't. The other side was lit. The other side was dark. And she must have grabbed her gun.
How many times did you say she shot that gun?
I heard it fire, I think, twice. Once for sure. My ears were ringing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard another. And I was freaking out. And then he puts me in this like neck arm thing. I couldn't get out of it. And he just guided me over to the other side, threw me in a chair, started using my own tools on me.
What type of chair was it? Remember?
Like a metal chair, folding chair.
This was on the wood side of your basement?
The other side.
You had
Like almost right when you come down the stairs. It's not finished, but we had some old furniture down there. You know, let the kids kind of screw around and do stuff. So it was right behind the couch.
When you saw it, did you actually see him shoot your wife?
Yes. I cannot get it out of my head.
Which way was your wife faced? Towards him? Or away from him?
Away from him.
Okay.
She was...
What was she doing?
Like she's got... I don't know where she... I don't know. Like she was pinned in a corner. It was not... She was looking toward... like the furnace.
Okay.
So her back was to him. And so...
How did he get the gun?
Huh?
How did he get the gun?
I have no idea. But I saw it and I knew that was mine.
You said you think she was shot in the head?
I saw the bright light up high.
How close would you say the person was?
They were on top of each other. Just on top of each other. Just inches. I was about 10 feet back.
You said he was on top of her?
Yeah, not physically on top of her, I guess. Just inches away. He was behind her, and I don't know if he was grabbing her or what, but I saw one shadow.
Where did she land when she fell?
That I don't know. I feel like I think I saw her, but as soon as I could look, I freaked, and then he grabbed me.
And your wife wasn't anywhere else in the house when she got either beat up or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
She was definitely not in the house when I got home.
Okay.
So, at least one shot because your ears were ringing, possibly 2 shots.
Maybe. I don't know if that's like an after effect thing, but if I had to guess, maybe it was a second. I don't know.
Like in quick succession, or?
No, not quick.
Okay.
How many times had your wife physically shot that gun herself?
Never.
Never been to a range?
Years ago, she was before we met, she was an EMT in Ellington, and she knew some of the guys there. I think she shot years ago. We kind of jumped a little too fast on the firearms, and then put them away, and said next year we'll get lined up to get some training.
So after you hear the shots, what happens?
After I hear and see the flash and shot, I reach over, and he grabs me in this headlock hold thing and drags me back and starts tying me up. I could barely hear him. Couldn't see him. He was saying something to me when he kept poking me. Like what I think what was a razor blade. And then he started throwing stuff in a box to burn, like he wanted to set a fire.
Where are you?
I'm sitting in the chair, I was kind of half tied up, in shock, I guess.
What do you mean half tied up?
I had one leg free and an arm free. He tied one leg, tied one arm, and he tied my neck, fairly tight with a tie wrap. I squirmed a little bit, and I got the torch to kind of just blow in his mask a little bit, and I caught on fire. He dropped a blowtorch.
How long were you sitting in this chair?
It felt like seconds, 30 seconds maybe.
I think it's from 80 by B or
And was your neck tied to something?
No, he put it on, and then he just slowly, he would stab me a little bit, and then he would tighten it up a little bit, and then stab, and then burn. It kind of went back and forth.
Okay. And this was all in that basement?
And you said the torch was, where did the torch come from, you think?
Those are my tools. I left them on the wood side. I use on that wood side that I call it that. I had a bag, just random tools. I was working on my tractor the other day, lawn tractor. The torch would have been down there because I use that to start the fires because it's easy. Tie wraps. We did a lot of work in the house over the course of the summer. I used to be an electrician. Sometimes I like to tie in the low voltage lines.
So the torch and the tools were in that bag?
Yeah.
On the wood side?
And we're on the wood side.
Was a razor knife in there too?
I probably would have had a razor knife in there. Sorry if I sound odd.
Oh, it's okay.
They gave me some medicine, and I'm not used to taking stuff that comes you down.
We're pausing, it's just because, we're jotting notes. I don't remember the best, so I like to write everything down.
If I lost the phone, I don't know what I would do.
So the total time you think you're tied up was about 30 seconds?
Maybe a minute. felt fast.
And are you seated in the chair? Standing?
Yes. He had me, I was seated. At that point, I feel like I wasn't struggling as much because I was just in shock at what just happened. But I had an arm free and I was thinking I had to do something with it.
So he was using what you think might have been a box cutter type blade, and he was poking at you, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Whereabouts was he poking at you? Do you remember?
My legs, I thought my ankle, possibly my shoulder. I think my shoulder now. So he was light taps on my head. They weren't aggressive. It was weird. Like I'm trying to. Whoa.
Anything in your neck?
No, it's set up. Like if I could hear him better, I could swear he was laughing. It's like little taps in my head with the blade.
On your leg?
On my head.
On your head?
I felt something.
Okay.
Okay. And so you think your ankle, your legs, your shoulder, the tapping on the head, okay.
No, this here on my head was just light tapping.
Like that.
But down here was like, wasn't overly aggressive, but it was just like, okay, here you go, have that.
Okay. And how about with the torch? What was he doing with that?
I don't know what he was trying to do with it. He started burning my ankle. Probably my left. Maybe my right. That all happened like in the blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
And he had it set on the auto thing. That's why I grabbed it.
Okay.
Burned his mask.
And what hand was yours was free? Do you remember?
My right.
Your right hand was
My right
free?
hand. I think my right hand was free. Had to have been.
And you took the opportunity to, you said to,
It's just,
you grabbed the torch?
yeah.
And did you stand up at that point?
The one didn't stand up at that point. I actually think I fell.
Okay.
It might have been in mid-fall. I think. But I see him run out the back, covering his face. Started screaming for help. Now this part I know I was here for a few minutes because I couldn't get up. No, I was screaming, but hoping that one of my neighbors didn't leave for work yet or something.
Mm-hmm.
So then the way he tied me up, my ankles to the chair, they just kind of slipped right through the legs, so I could walk a little. So I walked up the stairs, crawled, whatever. First thing I saw were my keys.
So you got away from the chair at that point?
I was still attached to me, to something. Maybe one of my wrists. I don't know.
Okay.
Saw my keys first. They're on the counter to the right of me. I can put them there sometimes. So I figured that'd be the fastest way, because I know you can do a panic thing for the live watch. Security thing. I heard it go off, but nothing happened. So I just hoped that it was dialing and doing its thing, and I hung up for a little. I feel like I passed out. I don't know. I then crawled to the stove to where I knew my phone was. Tried calling 911. I think I screwed up the first time. And I tried a second. But I never heard anybody. I barely remember that time. And then people come in.
You said you saw him run out?
I saw him run out. There's a door that leads into the wood area. He must have opened up the hatch.
Like a bulkhead hatch?
Yeah, like a bulkhead.
Okay.
He must have went out there.
Mm-hmm.
You said you saw him cover his face?
Yeah, like, felt like I maybe burned him a little, or he was shocked. I don't know. I'm hoping I did something.
So the full camo that he had, it looked like almost like one suit, you said?
It looked all the same, like all one design.
Did you see his hands at all?
His hands, he had gloves on. I think they were bright. I think those might have been different. I'm not sure. I have to think about that. The gloves might have been different.
Like thicker gloves? Like winter gloves?
It looked off, like you would expect thick gloves to go with his outfit, but they were much thinner. Sorry.
So,
I'm trying to put things together. I'm trying so hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Take your time.
I don't want to assume anything either. And I mean, I had gloves in my own work bag too, and I don't know. I can't be certain.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright. Well, let's give you a minute here because,
Okay.
we don't want to get you upset and, it's obviously we want to make sure we cover everything and we'll give you a second here.
I gotta go grab my camera.
Yeah, I'm going to step out for now. I'll be back in a minute or two, okay?
I'll make my camera. A couple other
Yeah, I
pieces
think
of
I
paper.
might,
Being with any investigation like this,
We have a husband and a wife.
we do have to ask you a bunch of questions about your relationship and stuff.
You know you're not under arrest. You know you're free to leave whenever you want. You do know that, right? We're not arresting you. You're not handcuffed here.
But we do kind of have detailed insight into your relationship as far as how things were going.
Okay. Things were going pretty good.
Okay.
Normal stuff. She has been an angry wife lately. A lot of her friends kind of ditched her, and she's been taking some of her angry stuff out on, the family. But nothing abnormal.
Why is she angry?
A friend that she had for a long time kind of threw her out the window. Just stopped talking to her. Just been real rude to her. She's been a little depressed, and she had to spend so much time recovering from her accident inside the house. She wants to get out more, and nobody calls her. So we have to say no for months. No, we can't go out. Connie's sick. She's been a little depressed, but things are finally starting to get back to normal. She's been reaching out to some of her old friends.
Okay. Who's the friend that dumped her?
Her name's Sherry.
Sherry?
Yeah.
S-H or
S-H-E-R-R-Y? Yeah, I think it's with an I, actually. I'm not sure.
you know her last name?
Craver. C-R-A-V-E-R. She's been trying to reach out to her and there's some kind of drama going on that I try not to get involved in. Nothing major, just women's stuff.
Could it have developed into something like this?
No, absolutely not. They don't even have guns. They don't even like guns. They don't do anything violent like that.
You say today, is she married?
Yeah, I mean, I would consider them to be our best friends. So we're just sitting back and waiting for this just to blow over.
You don't have a phone number for her, do you?
I can get all that.
So she's angry. She's taking out on the family, meaning you, I assume?
Oh, just like, come on, let's clean up, let's get out of the house. Nothing bad. Just she needs to stay busy. That's all. She's somebody that can't stand still. So when she's depressed or not in a good mood, that gets kicked up a little bit. She needs to move around.
How long have been going on?
Just a few weeks.
Oh.
Maybe with her text with her friend, that might have been a month. Maybe. But nothing out of the ordinary.
Any extramarital things I need to worry about?
Yes and no. There's something that we haven't discussed with any of our friends. Connie was well aware of what's going on. she wanted to have another baby due to her back issues and her health issues. It couldn't happen. A friend of ours, Sarah, she's single, never married. Well, she was married and recently divorced. She wants a baby. We were going to donate sperm to her to have a kid. That process turned out to be very expensive and lengthy. So we did some untraditional things. She is pregnant. My wife was excited because she wants another kid in the house. We were going to co-parent. But we did not tell any of... It's an odd situation, and we didn't tell any of our family yet. It was going to be very last minute. My sister knows. I did tell her. I had to tell somebody.
What's your sister's name?
Margie.
Same last name?
Luna. Luna. Don't have her number either. I'm sorry.
Is she in Connecticut?
She's in Agawam. A lot of that situation, because it was so untraditional for us, that was one of the things that was depressing my wife. She really wanted a third kid, maybe a girl if it happened, but she knew we were so busy, we couldn't handle it all on our own. So then this situation popped up that was just like a freaking soap opera, and we just did it. We wanted some more kids in the house.
So she was going to be essentially like surrogate.
A step co-parent mom.
Okay.
Kind of.
And untraditional, meaning untraditional, but traditional in the way that the baby was conceived.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think your wife had any issues with that?
It was her idea, in a way.
Well, an idea can sometimes change from when you originally conceptualize it, for lack of better words, to when, later on, things manifest. Do you think it bothered her that you impregnated another woman?
She was amazing. I never expected things to go that way.
Things happen, We've been doing this. I don't look like I've been doing it very long, but I have. Not as long as Detective Payette, but we've seen a lot of things. Not a lot surprises us as to the amount of things that
it was very untraditional. We make jokes. Connie doesn't talk too much about it. I don't think she told any of her friends yet. Like I said, I told my sister.
I guess what I'm getting at was did her attitude change as far as when it first happened?
Her attitude did not change, except she doesn't talk to Sarah. It was gonna grow into this. I don't know how to explain it. My first time talking about this out loud in a long time. I haven't been involved with Sarah hardly at all with all her, visits and all that stuff. She's really doing a lot of it on her own because she's really the primary and doing everything.
And that was Connie's friend or both of yours friend?
It was my high school friend.
Your high school friend?
Yeah, they grew to be friends over time.
How pregnant is she at this point?
She's due in late February.
Okay. So how did Connie's attitude change as this progressed?
Toward that, impatient. She just wants to hold the baby, wants to try, see how this goes. She wasn't sure if she was really ready for that. I cannot believe I'm bringing this up. This was kind of a... she was trying to stay distant until the baby shows up.
Okay.
And
was it a surprise to her that it was conceived?
no.
Okay.
We actually talked. My wife and Sarah don't talk, but
now or ever?
They used to be really good friends. We all kept good friends. Sometimes we would hang out, sometimes we wouldn't. But throughout this, she's been just keeping her distance. There's a lot about this that Sarah's okay with, but not. there's things that Sarah doesn't know either, and then we were just going to wait for this whole to happen and see where it goes.
What's Sarah's last name?
Ganzer, Ganzer.
And where is she live?
She lives in Manchester, but I don't have her number either. I'd have to look at my phone.
Now, you said it was planned. You sure it was planned, or was this something where, listen, you had a little thing on the side and something happened, and then now...
There was cheating going on in the beginning, on both sides. My wife, when I said she goes away a lot, well, she goes away and I don't ask questions. We were having a hard time for a little while. So we were both looking away. I don't know about any of her whatever. I just, goes away. We did talk about adoption. She would love to adopt. We go to Boston Children's Hospital all the time, and she always wanted to do something better. And then this
was Sarah? Is it Sarah? Was her getting pregnant unexpected?
It was unexpected. The situation was something that we were talking about. Sarah brought it up. My wife kind of brought it up to me because she knew about Sarah. But there's a lot of people not knowing a lot of things with this. And
for us, it's kind of important at this point. That's why we're
absolutely understand it.
So you both kind of looked away. Was this still ongoing, or did you guys resolve that issue as far as...
Things have been really good lately. We've been reconnecting. We went to Westover in Vermont over the weekend. I just booked a cruise for us. We're going to try to go to a cruise to get her out of the house in June, something like that. This was just... We were just kind of waiting on both sides.
Okay. How long has things started to get better? Are we talking like a couple weeks?
2 months. Let's say 3 months. 3-4 months.
Okay. Have you guys had any arguments lately that...
We had some good arguments about bills.
You mentioned in text messages and whatnot about the bills.
A lot of it's just nothing bad. Comcast is overcharging us a little bit. She gets mad at me when I forget to do things. Sometimes I'm a little ADD and things get lost. But this here is a conversation we were all going to talk with our families about. So is this something that can stay here?
There's not something we're going to go out and talk to people about. This is something that... These are things that we talk to you about because it helps. And
I understand. I don't want to lie. I want to tell you guys everything.
All right. Is there anything else you could tell me about that situation or any other situations that you had?
In the beginning, it was secretive because it was unexpected. It was hard for me to tell Connie, but at the same time, she was mad for a little bit, but really wanted to keep our family together. And she really wanted to somehow have contact with another kid.
Okay.
So this new information about him having a second woman in his life is a bad look. It's a really bad look, and they're not buying the story to begin with. But now this is something they want to probe a little bit deeper. And so they come back into the hospital room and question him some more.
Just to reiterate, you're not under arrest. Free to leave at any time. We'd like to... I guess we started talking about some of the other things that we want to make sure we know before we start uncovering all this.
This part is messy.
Yeah.
It's completely untraditional. I'm really worried that the people involved in our family are going to find this out, not from me. And how does this happen? Well, we're not going to go out,
It's not like I'm going to go to your dad and say, hey...
No, I know, but I hear the news, and I hear the news every morning, and I don't want to... I'm just trying to worry about people's feelings.
We take every step to do that as well. We realize that people have traditional and untraditional relationships. We also realize that sometimes people make mistakes. We don't fault people for that. However, we don't like to be caught blindsided.
That's why I'm bringing it up now. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not. There are lies back and forth, possibly between Sarah and I and Connie. You know, Sarah doesn't want to be necessarily romantically involved, but there's a part of her that needs somebody, and she says things to me, and I reply to her with, "Okay, I miss you too," just to comfort her. I mean, she's freaking pregnant in this untraditional thing, and for a while she thought I was getting a divorce. For a little while we talked about it, but we worked it through. Sarah doesn't always know how much we worked through, because my current kids and my current family have been my priority. I want to keep them together the best we can.
Have things been getting stressful with the holidays? Have things been getting stressful with the relationship with Sarah?
It doesn't feel like Christmas. I would say not too stressful.
Oh.
Not more than normal. It's just unless I'm used to a high level of stress. I think my wife is too. Or, you know.
Like I mentioned before, we're going to be doing a lot of work on this case. It's kind of unbelievable that something like this happens.
Yeah. It is.
There's a lot of reasons. A lot of different. We've seen a lot of different situations. And there's a multitude of reasons why things happen the way that they happen. And there's usually a pretty good explanation for it, which may not seem like the best explanation, but there's usually a reason behind it.
I'm here to give you whatever you need to get that explanation.
A lot of what we do, the processing scenes, gathering evidence, to tell us certain things. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Honesty goes a long way with us, and what we're able to do to record the facts and the events the way that we can best explain them for things down the road. Okay?
Yeah.
Like I said, we are very honest with everybody we talk to. We're very truthful. We don't lie, and we expect the same when we talk to people.
Yeah.
Okay? We're pretty good at what we do. When we look at a scene and certain things don't make sense to us,
okay,
it raises some questions. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
As to what might have transpired. Okay? And we have some questions.
Sure. I'm sure you do.
Like I said, being honest only helps. Alright, so if there's anything that you haven't told us that we're not going to have to find out through other means, now is the time that we're best suited to do that, to help you.
I have not held back anything that I can think of. Been honest with everything you've been asking me.
Okay.
I will let you know that even initially, the troopers responding to the scene thought things were a little strange.
Okay.
When we find inconsistencies in things, as far as what you told the initial responders, as far as what you told us along the way, they kind of raise little flags to us.
Understood. Okay.
Part of our job is also going to be getting cell phone records, like I mentioned before. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have all conversations, any contacts you would have made today.
Mm-hmm.
Part of those records also gives me GPS coordinates of your phone as far as where it was, when it was.
Sure.
If you're sending emails. I want to be certain that when I get these records, review these records, everything is going to add up.
I did exactly what I said.
Okay.
I'm not entirely certain which part of the road I was on. I can't remember that Reeves Road part. That's a part that I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I did what I said.
All right.
And I did mention to you that iPhone was new as of about a week, because I had some issues. My Android phone wasn't doing what I needed it to do.
Yeah.
I had times I did have problems sending emails sometimes,
Okay.
but
That
and technical
means nothing as
issues
far as
we
the
can talk.
records, yeah.
But I did what I did. Everything that happened today happened.
Okay. And even with timing, with you saying you left the house at between 8:20 and 8:30, and then the time that we got the 911 call, those are all things we're going to be looking at as well to make sure that everything kind of lines up.
I want it to line up. I want to be honest the
You
best
want it
I
to
can.
line up, but
I'm telling you the truth of what I
All right.
can with time perception.
All right.
I'm not going to hold anything back.
Well, this is basically okay.
Rick,
Yeah.
I've been talking to you for the past 6 or 7 hours. Okay, I can tell you at least 15 inconsistencies that we've had in your store since we started.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't look like things happen the way they happen that you're telling us. Okay, I've been to a lot of scenes. Okay, being zip tied to a folding chair, the story, everything doesn't add up.
I didn't do this.
It doesn't add up, Rick. I'm telling you, we've been doing this a while. All right, I'm trying to help you, and I'm trying to let you explain yourself, but it's not making sense, Rick. All right, if something happened there today, we need to know about it so that we can get this thing explained. Okay, there's all the evidence that's there does not indicate this happening like you're telling us. Okay, and there's reasons why people lose their heads. Okay,
They did not shoot my wife.
Rick, I'm telling you, this story doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Then we'll talk all night. I did not kill my wife. There was a man in my house
that tied you up with 2 zip ties in a utility chair. It took an hour and 20 minutes from when you're telling me to when the 911 call came in. Okay, we have issues.
Okay, well, okay. I'm gonna stick with my truth. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I appreciate that. Okay, but from when we started talking to like detective said, people first arriving on scenes, I've been to a lot of scenes like this. Okay, we have some inconsistencies, and there's an issue with that.
That might be my fault. I'm gonna do my best to repeat and think.
I could sit here for the next 20. I could sit here for the next hour with you, the next day with you. Okay. All right, and we can keep going over the same things. Okay, and I'm still not going to get the answers I'm looking for.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to calm down. So I'm not used to this. I know you guys have to drill me.
And I'm not.
It's your job. I know.
I'm not drilling you.
I know.
I'm telling you that I'm trying to get to the truth. Okay.
I know.
And what you're telling me, and what we're seeing at your house, okay, are not consistent with the story.
Then let's talk more, because I'm telling you exactly what happened. I'm telling you everything.
When I said that it was unbelievable, I truly mean that the story it's not believable. For someone to come into your house and then use some sort of pressure point technique.
I'm using the best words I can.
I know.
I'm 160 pounds.
I know.
I've seen 110-pound women fight off 250-pound guys, and you're telling me you're putting a chair with zip ties to a folding chair in the basement. You're unable to get yourself free. You're able to crawl yourself up. All right, you lunge at the stove. You're laying there, unable to move.
But you do nothing when this gentleman has a gun pointed at your head. Or at your wife's head.
I reached as fast as I could.
Yeah.
I reached as fast as I could. It happened quick. I'm not trained. I'm not military. I reacted.
Mm-hmm.
I froze. I didn't.
No, I take it. Get your breath.
Okay. What we're trying to do here, it's not that we, with everything that's going on, with your relationship with Sarah, with the whole family dynamics here, with your wife's accident and everything else that she's gone through and has basically put you through for the past year.
It's not like that. And
just the stress alone. We've
still
seen stress.
love my wife.
I know.
I wanted to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a shitty situation. Other people might have lied. I'm not.
I know, but when we're done with this investigation, I don't want you looking like a complete asshole if we're able to prove that you did this. This is the opportunity to basically let us know what's going on there. If the stress got to you, that's fine. Everybody's wired a little different, and every once in a while one of those wires snaps.
I did not snap today. I was weak and I couldn't defend my wife. I froze. I froze like hell.
Rick, you're a smart guy. I know you're a smart guy, just from our conversation. Okay, you've done well for yourself in life. I know you've thought things through. You know how to. You're a smart guy. I'll put it that way. Okay. But there's certain things. Listen, there's certain things that you're gonna miss in a situation that you don't have a lot of time to think about. There's gonna be things you're gonna miss. Heck, any one of us would do it. Okay.
I understand.
And like Detective Payette said, at the end of the day, what's gonna be the best thing for you is an explanation.
I want an explanation. I'm giving you everything I have.
Okay.
I'm
telling you, from what we're seeing there, okay, this is not adding up.
I understand.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think anybody was in your house but you and your wife.
Please find something. There was somebody in my house. I did not do this to myself. I wouldn't. I would not plan ahead.
We had the dogs track. Our dogs, we got canines out there. We had a trooper there within 2 minutes. We had dogs there within, say, 15 minutes to track. They didn't track anywhere except back to you on the gurney.
They went around the house and back to you.
Okay, what is that? I don't know what that means.
If somebody ran out of your house, the fresh scent would have drove these dogs bonkers. Nobody ran out of your house.
I don't have an explanation for that.
I know,
There was a man in my house. I don't have an explanation for that.
I mean, we can go around doing this, like I said, and I'd be happy to do that with you. But at the end of the day, you're probably going to give me the same responses that you've thought about for the past 7 hours. But I'm going to tell you, from the first time I played that tape back that we've been listening to, okay, and all the notes that I've been listening to, the statement that you just gave me, the inconsistencies alone don't look good. Okay. Right? And I'm not telling you. I'm trying to I'm trying to help you in a lot of ways here. Okay, so that we can try to say, why did this happen? Why did the events happen the way they did? And I am sure there's an explanation to it. A lot of times, it's an argument. Family stress, relationship stress, just life stress in general makes people
I'm not this smart.
Momentarily lose it. And sometimes people defend themselves. That's not...
I'm not this smart. I know. I knew from the second this happened and somebody walked in, I heard you guys talk, or somebody talking. I knew. I know people would think I killed my wife, but I didn't.
How did you find out she died?
I heard people saying DOA in the background as they were putting me on the ambulance somewhere.
You never found it? You never found the energy to go back and check on her after she was...
I yelled and yelled and yelled. I couldn't do anything to save her. I thought my best bet was to get 911.
But you were able to crawl yourself up these rickety basement stairs, find your phone, but you couldn't move to the next room to check on your wife?
Yes, sir.
Why?
I was scared.
Oh, for what?
I was scared somebody would come back and shoot me.
Then
I yelled and yelled. I didn't hear her. I thought my best bet was to call 911.
Was the gun still in the room?
I don't know. I don't remember where the gun was. after he came to me.
So you're there what you think is 15 minutes, you don't try to move anymore or do anything else, you just lay there.
I laid upstairs. I couldn't think. My head hurt. I could barely speak to the person that was talking to me. My throat was choked. I tried. I am no hero today. I am no hero.
Rick, what's going to happen? What's going to happen here? Okay? And this is the part that you need to kind of think about here. All right. It's an explanation. If you're not going to allow yourself to provide a reason for what happened today, all right, it's probably going to hurt you. So it's going to be damaging to you down the road.
I don't have a reason.
And we can go around. We can go around and around. But I mean, I'll just tell you this. All right. I think something happened today you didn't plan on happening. And if you did, it wasn't planned out very good. Okay? So which leads me to think that it probably happened spur of the moment. Alright?
Okay.
Because of how sloppy everything was. Okay? There's going to be forensic evidence that's going to come out in this.
Okay. Okay.
There's going to be explanations that we still don't have answers for. Because you're not providing them, and that's all.
I'm answering the best I can. I am.
The entire situation doesn't make any sense to us. You have somebody who breaks into your house and murders your wife, but then superficially stabs you, pokes you in the leg, and
leaves you alive.
A tough guy who can put you down on the ground with ease and then kill somebody, but gets a little burn in the face and takes off running. It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't tape your mouth. Doesn't tie you up to the chair. Sits there poking at you with a razor blade, a torch.
And the cut on your finger, that's from yourself because everybody cuts their own fingers that way. If you were to have some sort of other wound, it would be either in the web of your hands or something that.
Okay. This is going this way. It's everything. It's not adding up. I'm trying to help you here. Because you don't want to leave it up to speculation as to what happened. But one thing is going to be proven for sure, that this didn't happen the way that you're telling me. And I'm trying to help. Honestly, I could just walk out of here and go and forensically ideally prove what happened or didn't happen from what you're telling us. I'm trying to help you. I don't need to be talking to you right now. But
we can let this story sit as it is. But it's not going to. You're in charge of your own destiny here.
I'm sticking with truth.
I know.
And I didn't think I had to ask for a lawyer. I was not expecting this. I don't know how to proceed. I'm sticking with truth. I'm not going to lie.
Then tell us what happened.
Everything that happened today. There was a man in my house. I reacted poorly. I couldn't get to my wife. I froze. My time perception, I did the best I could with telling you what happened. I did not shoot my wife. I do not have that in me. I love her. As crazy as our life is, she's my girl. She was my girl.
All right, then tell me this. Would Sarah or anybody else put somebody up to doing this?
No. I cannot imagine any.
Who else would want your wife dead? Think outside the box.
My wife told the state trooper when our cars were vandalized that we had to take a contract at a small claims court. His name's Kenny. I cannot remember his last name.
Yeah, when we alibi Kenny out, he's not going to fit.
That's fine. I'm just giving you... That's what was our first reaction. I'm not saying it's him. I cannot think of anything else that would do my harm to my wife.
Rick, you know how many times I've interviewed somebody that's been that their loved one's been a victim of a homicide? Do you know how many innocent victims cry or show emotion?
I cried so much. I'm trying to keep it together.
I've been with you for 8 hours now. I haven't seen you break up once.
Ask the nurses. Ask the nurses.
I've been with you.
Ask the nurses, please.
There's a difference between crying for the death of a loved one and crying for something you shouldn't have done.
I did not do this. I didn't do this.
Like I said, you're in charge of your destiny here. However you're portrayed in this, in the end, it's up to you. If
shock and being upset are not going to be permissible excuses for the different variations in the scene. That's
I'm giving you truth. Do I have to ask for a lawyer now? I don't know what to do. I'm giving you truth. Truth.
Well,
fine. I'm a bastard, and I'm not crying right now. I'm shocked. I cried all the way here. I couldn't breathe.
Well, I mean, we want to find out what happened, quite honestly. And
okay,
if nothing else, to explain. And I mean, I don't know how many other ways we can try to tell you.
If everything when we go to your house, our job, we've been doing this forever. Our job is easy to piece together a crime. The hard part is trying to convince somebody who's done a crime that things can be reasoned with. I've heard every excuse in the book. Every excuse. So for me to take your story as is and go to your house and then do my part of the job, which is the easy part, because it's basic physics. It's putting the story together based on what you tell me. When things don't add up,
I'll be here. I'm not a criminal. I'm not violent.
Okay. You don't have to be a criminal, and you don't have to be violent to do something like this. Like I said, heat of passion, stress from money, stress from child, stress from whatever stresses you, basically.
No, we were getting solid. Just know that.
You were getting there, and then something happened.
It wasn't me. If something happened I don't know about, then we're going to figure it out.
Alright. And if we go back to the scene and everything in your statement lines up, I will call you and let you know that, hey, everything you said to us is lining up, but don't be expecting that phone call.
We've seen a lot of, I'll be honest with you, I've seen a lot of stage stuff before. And
okay.
Which is what. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen. Okay, the way you're telling me, I'm just having a hard time putting it together. I'm not saying, that things aren't. That we've never seen things that aren't the way that it is originally perceived.
I cannot believe this is happening. I cannot believe it. But I didn't do this. I'm going to do my best to answer more of your questions if you have them. I'm trying to keep it together.
We have a team going to talk to Sarah now. When's the last time you talked to her?
I may have texted her maybe last night. Okay. I was gonna try to see her before the holidays.
When? Today?
Yesterday or today. I was gonna try to get there today during some holiday shopping. My parents were gonna watch the kids. I was gonna visit my grandmother. She's at the nursing home.
You didn't go to work? Were you gonna go see her?
No, I was not. I had no intentions to see her today.
Okay.
During the day.
She's not gonna tell me that either?
She will not.
Or the team that's going out to see her?
Absolutely will not.
So the detectives were men of their word, rock solid. They immediately left the hospital and went to talk to Sarah.
It is December 23rd, time 2200. Detective Payette, Detective Landry, interviewing Sarah Ganser.
Oh, that's big. Oh, unexpected.
I have cats.
Oh, They're not killers, are they?
No.
All right. Hey, buddy.
Feel free to sit anywhere you want.
Okay. Thanks.
Wherever you're comfortable.
Just gonna turn the volume on my phone down here. One sec here. Now, what did you hear as far as why we're here?
Well, Rick's sister, our cousin Lori, called and just told me that that Rick was injured and that the home invasion was announced, and I didn't see on the news. She actually watched the news, but that was Ricky Hunt's house.
Okay.
And that Connie had been killed and that Rick was in the hospital.
Right.
That's all she really. She just wanted me to know from her rather than either seeing it on the news at some point
or from us.
I mean, yeah.
It was Rick's cousin, you said?
Lori.
Lori?
Mm-hmm.
When did she get a hold of you?
8:55.
At night?
Tonight, yeah.
Okay. It said it was a home invasion?
Yeah, that's what she said.
And that Rick was in the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Rick was injured. She said Rick was injured.
Okay. Any idea how she found out? Just grapevine through the family, or?
I didn't ask.
Okay. What's Lori's last name?
Gardner.
Gardner. Okay.
Because then I suspect that, Rick's sister Margie knows, and Lori's like their sister. So I suspect that hopefully that's how Lori found out.
Okay. So the grapevine, basically.
Well, I mean, like I said, Lori's like their sister.
Yeah. All right. When's the last time you talked to Rick?
I got a text from him about 9:30 last night. It was left in my phone.
Okay. All right. We talked to Rick at length in regards to the relationship between you and him. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what led us here, just to talk to you. What did the text say last night? Do you remember?
Yeah, I can look it.
What is your phone number? Okay.
And last time I talked to him was 9:18. Stupid. I'm sorry, but it's not. I've known Rick since we've known each other since junior high school.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned.
Yeah, so it's going to sound even more stupid than it normally does. But it says, I'll see you tomorrow, my little love nugget. Which sounds really stupid, but he's being an idiot on purpose because I hate that stuff. So that was the last time I talked to him, and he was being an idiot on purpose.
Okay.
Because I'm not a emotional person. It's not. I know it's inappropriate for right now, but.
That's all right. Did you guys plan on meeting up today?
Yes.
All right. What were the plans?
I think basically he was just going to come over after work, and we are going to exchange Christmas presents because Christmas is going to be very busy, fairly for him with the kids and family stuff and everything. So I wouldn't see him talk.
Okay. What time does he usually get out of work?
I get out of work at 4:30.
Okay.
And then I wasn't home until about 5:30 because I had to stop at my friend Lucy's mom and take care of the cats. They're on vacation. So normally how it works is after he's done squaring away whatever he squares away on his end with the kids or getting stuff done, he just sends me a text message and just says, somewhere usually between 6 and 6:30.
6:30. Okay.
But we hadn't even gotten that far today. I hadn't heard from him since last night. So if there would be anything, it would be me asking him if things are okay, because I hadn't heard from him all day.
Okay. Buddy? No problem. You hadn't heard from him all day today, correct? Okay. How often do you guys communicate as far as text messages or calls? Or?
It depends on what's going on with him and with the kids and with and stuff. And usually every day, every other day. It's fairly frequent, but it's not consistent really, because it's like I said, it depends on what's going on with him and working kids and Connie and appointments for the kids and stuff.
Okay. Documents. All right. For how long have you guys been having a relationship? Since junior high?
Well,
okay.
We never really, I don't know how detailed you want me to get with my answer. We never really dated. In junior high school, we were friends. In high school, we were friends. And then, we never really dated.
Okay.
We just stayed friends for the most part. And probably a few years ago, when things were, I think even before RJ was born, we had a romantic relationship, and then that was that. Then Connie was pregnant, and he tried to square away making everything kind of work. And
how did that go?
It on and off for a while. Things were good.
Right.
For him. And then it was out of sight, out of mind. You have a new kid, new stuff.
Yeah.
We stayed friends.
Did his wife know at that point what was going on?
No.
Okay.
No, and I know that through the divorce process that they started going through, that he had told her that he had been unfaithful, and she knew that.
Okay.
She didn't know I was pregnant. They hadn't quite gotten that far yet, I guess.
Yeah.
But he had told her that much. I don't know if he had told her for how long.
Okay.
But like I said, then at one point I was married, so there was none of that.
Okay.
When I moved away.
Is that when you married?
It started up again when I came back here, when I got divorced and I came back here.
Okay.
Back home. And that was last year. My divorce was final.
Okay. So last year would have been the start of a relationship, a little more.
Right.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily continuous all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was what it was.
When did he tell you he was getting a divorce?
He had wanted to. They had talked about getting a divorce before I was pregnant, at the beginning of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, once I was pregnant, then that became a little more clear that he decided he needed to get a divorce, and I didn't tell him that was the direction he had to go. I said, I can do this myself, and
mm-hmm.
you can stay married with your kids and your family, and you can do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to blow up your existing kids and all the stuff you have now. But the marriage was not going well, and that was what he thought was the right thing to do. Kind of go to the last push to do the right thing.
Had he told you any stories about her at all, as far as how she was taking the whole divorce thing?
I tried not to ask that question because it wasn't my business.
Yeah.
I know that's going to sound really strange since I'm sleeping, clearly we're sleeping together-ish, and
Yeah.
I'm pregnant, but I knew Connie. I went to their wedding. I did a reading at their wedding. And I kind of felt like that wasn't their inner workings of their divorce business, wasn't my business. I felt like enough of an invasion of privacy that I got pregnant. I didn't need to also ask questions about her feelings about
That's understandable.
personal stuff. I know that sounds really strange from someone who's clearly having an affair.
Now, I've talked about this dynamic before. It's crazy. I'll use the analogy of somebody speeding on the highway. They're going, 95 miles per hour on the highway. They're zooming in and out of traffic, but they got their seatbelt buckled and they're using turn signals. It's like, you're breaking the law. Just go all the way. I mean, why wear your seatbelt? Why use your turn signal? Just go all the way.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel right that I would be asking questions about their divorce and her feelings about their divorce. It didn't.
Okay.
I don't know why my line is there, but that was where my line is. I don't think I'd like it if someone did that to me.
Yeah. That's.
Sorry.
Did he have a set date?
The papers would have been filed either last week or this week.
Okay.
Connie had gone away somewhere in there. So the whole thing with divorce is, as you guys know, you have to be served the papers, in your hand. You can't just drop them off. So there were timing issues with having her be there to get the papers.
Okay. Do you know where she went away?
I think she went to Boston.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But that was also because they were trying to they had agreed they were going to get a divorce, so they were trying to time out coping with that and getting ready for the holidays for the boys.
Yeah.
It being that they're with the divorce and stuff. Some of that I think was her trying to get herself together.
Time it with the holidays.
So that she could get herself together for the holiday.
Okay. All right. So they both basically agreed that they were going to get a divorce.
Yeah, they had. I like I said, I knew enough to know from both sides that they weren't happy. But lies and all of their she didn't know about me. But their reasons for getting a divorce were their reasons for getting a divorce.
Did he say how he was going to make out in the divorce as far as the kids, the house, the money?
I had asked about, my concern had been about the boys and, what the boy stuff was, and the rest of it I didn't care about. But I had asked about the boys and hoping that they could work it out, that they wouldn't get too jostled around with everything. And he had said that between them going away this last weekend to kind of talk more about how the divorce stuff was going to work and trying to make it positive for the kids. That's what they did this weekend. They were trying to work that through, and he felt very positive that, they were going to be able to make things as good for the kids as they could.
Yeah.
But I didn't ask about.
You said they went away?
Well, his uncle had passed away. There's a house in Vermont. The house had been sold in Vermont. I guess they found some personal effects of his uncle's, so they went. They used the opportunity a lot of times they're both probably kids at home.
Yeah.
And it's not a great time to talk about divorce stuff and how you're going to handle all that. So that's what they use the opportunity to talk about.
So did he actually have papers drawn up?
Yeah. Yeah, and she knew that too.
She knew.
Mm-hmm.
But she hadn't actually been served with papers yet.
I don't believe so. I don't know if something had changed this week. I had asked him because my interest in knowing about when the papers were coming was because of Christmas. Like, for the love of God, it's Christmas.
Mm.
It's not the greatest time in the world to be serving papers.
Sure.
And I was a little irritated with him for it being this long anyway. But she knew that they were coming, and they had talked about it. And they had talked about it even back in the beginning of the month. Mm-hmm. I wasn't really surprised to her.
Do you know who he went through?
I don't know the name of his attorney.
Okay. Did you see any of the paperwork about him?
No. No. I don't know who his attorney isn't my
Gotcha.
attorney.
It's fine.
She said they went away this past weekend to, was it Vermont?
I'm sorry?
Vermont they went away to?
I think that's what he said.
Okay. And he didn't tell you any of the particulars as far as how the kids were going to be split up, or?
No, I don't know if they'd even gotten that far. Maybe between the two of them they had talked about how that was going to work.
Okay.
And his hope was that, he was going to stay at his parents. The kids, he really wanted the kids to stay in Ellington. That's where their school was. That's where their house was. He really wanted them to be able to stay there and be able to make it so Connie could stay at the house and keep the house. Or if she agreed, even if they decided to sell the house, that she would stay there in Ellington so the kids could have that continuity of school. That was his hope.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would work out whatever worked out for the kids, putting whatever they needed to do around school. And that was basically the general philosophy of it. But I don't know what they worked out or talked about between the two of them.
Do you know if they had a prenuptial agreement at all either?
I don't know.
Okay.
They didn't. I mean, they got married,
12 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. So they didn't even
probably
have
before
much of
prenups.
Right. Well, and they didn't even, they didn't have much of anything between the two of them when they started. I don't know if things changed and they don't know anything about their finances stuff.
Right. As far as the breadwinner in that house, she's a pharmaceutical rep, right?
Yeah, she's been doing that for quite some time.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to their financial stuff. I'm sorry.
You don't have to. Yeah.
I mean, I know Rick County, I know clearly they have, they're, but I didn't talk about their money stuff,
Had you ever seen the house?
Yeah.
Had you been to the house?
Yes. Not in a romantic way. Not that when they bought the house, they were showing me the house when they first bought it. I haven't been to the house in that way.
All right. When's the last time you were over there?
Now, here is where I'm going to accuse her of channeling her inner Stephanie Lazarus.
When's the last time you were over there?
Oh, God. Probably, I don't remember when they bought the house. But I was with a boyfriend from a couple of years ago. We were dropping off the pool table that they bought from our house.
Years ago?
So it was many. God, 2000. I couldn't even put a year on it. I'm sorry. It was...
Now, if you don't see how that sounds like Stephanie Lazarus, you need to go take a look at that interview again, because that was a Stephanie Lazarus answer.
When's the last time you were over there?
Oh, God. Probably, I don't remember when they bought the house. But I was with a boyfriend from a couple of years ago. We were dropping off the pool table that they bought from our house.
Years ago?
So it was many. God, 2000. I couldn't even put a year on it. I'm sorry. It was a long time ago. Connie and Rick bought a pool table from an ex-boyfriend of mine, and we were bringing it over for them.
Okay.
But
we'll just put years ago.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
I haven't been out there since.
Was he going to come live here? Do you know?
That was not part of my plan.
Okay.
And we hadn't even gotten that far yet. First, I was really focused on, for myself, I was focused on getting, again, I was really kind of not happy with how the timing set out with it being so close to holidays and the kids with the divorce. You know, I had hoped that you might as well either wait until after or before. But, you know, the poor kids with Christmas, you know, great. Yeah. So, for me, all I can really speak to is my plan, which was, you know, my kid's going to be born in February or March, and figure out how to co-parent, you know, as best as possible, given that his kids were going to be going through the beginning stages of them being separated, and how that was going to work. I figured he would probably stay here sometimes, but not live here, but stay here to help me initially, here and there, not like maybe have like a bag, not a drawer, and not live here.
And he was okay with that?
Yeah, he understood that, because I said for me, you know, he has existing kids. My kid doesn't know the difference. So it's not gonna, it'll be confusing someday, but it's, you know, he has existing kids that he has to figure out. So, like I said, on the days that he didn't have the kids, maybe come and help me, but not, like I said, not a drawer.
Gotcha. And did you say Connie did find out about the pregnancy?
No.
She did not.
I don't believe so. He didn't tell me that. I had asked him if he had brought that up on the weekend. I don't think he did tell me yet.
Okay. When did you ask him?
I think I asked him over the weekend, because I was bringing up that I told him, you know, everything's going to be, you're kind of laying the groundwork that things are going to be this way under these circumstances. But see, the thing is, in a couple of months, she's going to find out that that's not exactly the way the circumstances are. Yeah. And she might not be so happy with that.
Was that through a text message, or was that through...
No, that was talking to.
You talking to her? Okay.
No, he knew that.
All right. Did he say he was going to?
Yeah. You know, he knew he wanted to, I think, get through Christmas. Okay. But he knew that he was going to have to tell her about everything. And, you know, I wished it had been done sooner.
Yeah. It's always tougher around the holidays to do any sort of bad news, especially if it involves kids. Was the pregnancy planned?
No. No, it was not.
Okay.
No, and it sounds really immature and stupid that at 39 years old, 8 years old, when you can get pregnant. But it was not planned, and there were measures taken not to have that happen. So no.
0.1%.
Right. Well, you know, great. And but I wasn't going to. I did, like I said, I gave him the option of not being part of the kid. You know, not being having to be the dad.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna not have it.
Okay.
But I did tell him that he didn't have to do that, because it wasn't a planned thing.
Do you know if he had ever had plans to have more kids with Connie?
No, he didn't plan to have kids with me.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. Connor was a lot. I don't think he planned on having more kids at all.
Okay.
Actually. It wasn't just Connie. I don't think he planned on having more kids at all.
Okay. In regards to what happened over there today, had he mentioned anybody?
You know, a few months ago, he was telling me that they had some strange things happen with vehicles in their driveway.
Mm-hmm.
A rag and a tailpipe of the minivan. Something might have been One of the cars may have had a mirror smashed or something broken. Another one of the cars, I think he had, I don't know if he did or if he had totally talked about putting up some sort of cameras around the house because it was really getting to be very bothersome, and frightening. He was afraid that something would happen when the kids were home. Orwin County was there, but he didn't want the kids to have to deal with that stuff. And it was frequent. They had called the police a couple of times about that.
So Richard would walk free for about 1.5 years. But all the evidence was piling up and it was starting to make more sense to the detectives. One of the crazy things was all the dust on the window. It's like, come on, bro. Slide through the window yourself one time and try to make it look good. No, just pull the window out and put it on the floor, right? Okay. But then Connie had a Fitbit that she wore. And they looked at the time when she was at her exercise class, and it was logging the amount of steps that would be normal for her time at the exercise class. And then there was inactivity on her way home as she drove home. And then it showed her getting home around 9-something. Now, Richard claimed that she was ambushed almost immediately when she got to the house. She ran down the stairs and was killed at the bottom of the stairs. And they had measured that distance to be 124 feet. They kind of figured out how many steps would probably be there for her to do that. And it showed, based on the Fitbit, that she was walking around the house for another hour. So that, coupled with the other evidence, they arrested him 1.5 years later.
Don't let him get into his house. Signal 12. Roger, to be officer. Open your hands! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Shut the car off! Unlock the car. We'll step out of the car right now. What's going on? Get in your house, please! What's going on? Come around the back of the car right now. Okay. Hands behind your back. Put your face down.
So Richard Dabate would be arrested, tried, and convicted for murdering his wife. Let's listen to the jury foreperson speak about why they convicted him.
What's your take on Connie? What kind of a woman was she? What kind of a mother was she?
She's somebody I would want to hang with. She sounded like she had an amazing sense of humor.
But the story of how the couple's relationship unraveled, Bonet says, wasn't adding up. A mistress, a pregnancy. Was this okay with Connie? Bonet says jurors weren't buying the statement Dabate gave to investigators at the hospital the day of Connie's murder, that she couldn't get pregnant, so the pair had come up with another plan.
And so they were approaching that in a very unconventional way.
A sperm donor.
Yes, a sperm donor.
And he was going to be the sperm donor.
A sperm donor to his longtime friend Sarah Ganzer, who Dabate told investigators he and Connie agreed could act as a surrogate, and that he impregnated in the traditional sense.
All of us were like, no matter, how gracious you are and no matter how much you want a child, we couldn't swallow that Connie would be okay with, an ongoing affair.
And there was more doubt. How could Dabate leave his dead wife in the home without even checking on her? In this court audio recording obtained by NBC Connecticut, State Prosecutor Matthew Gdansky asked Dabate the same thing.
You laid there because that's where you wanted to be found.
No, sir.
And you never went to your wife.
No.
You never checked on her.
I didn't.
You never asked anybody to check on her.
I didn't.
In the end, our storyteller from Connecticut would get 65 years with no possibility of parole, 60 for the murder, 5 for tampering with evidence, and 1 for being a cold-blooded liar, providing a false statement to the police. Based on reports, the sons of the Dabates are doing well, but it wouldn't surprise me if they avoid those visitation days. I don't think I could visit the man who murdered my mother, even if that man just so happened to be my father. But tell me, would you be able to forgive one of your parents for killing the other? Would you eventually visit them in prison? Would it matter which parent killed the other? I can't wait to hear your responses down below. Also, if you enjoyed this audio-only case, put "I'd watch more" down below. If my audience loves it, I'll keep producing it. Tell me what you want. And until next time, I'll see you kind folks again soon, right back here on They Call Me. Till next time.